I'm still working on new minifigures and I'm in the final stages of getting my store up, but I don't have any new videos to post, and you guys really seem to be enjoying this series comparing my custom Avengers Infinity War minifigures to Legos, because the first one has actually now since doubled in its views and now has over 2 million views, so holy shit, thank you. Here we go with episode 3. Black Panther is a minifigure that I made for Black Panther, and you can see I obviously went a different route than Legos. I used a matte black color for the basis of the figure while using metallic black for the highlights and different designs that are all outlined in gray, but the number one difference is obviously the helmet. I sanded the hell out of a Lego Batman cowl and sculpted over certain areas to make mine, whereas Lego decided back in 2016 for Civil War that they were not going to make a Black Panther helmet, and instead we're just going to print onto a black head and make some Darth Maul looking headpiece just with ears instead of horns. And the 2018 figure ended up carrying over that same concept, which is fine because it doesn't really look that bad, and the design is super accurate as well on the torso. I actually used it as inspiration for mine, so it really wasn't too bad of a minifigure. And also, I decided to actually do the lenses for the eyes as opposed to, well, you know, the actual eyes. So yeah, Black Widow was interesting. You can see Lego used a sand green torso because obviously they were looking at the earliest versions of concept art for Black Widow when her vest was a lot more green than it ultimately ended up being in the final movie. The Jyn Erso head actually looks better for Black Widow and more like Scarlett Johansson than it ever did Felicity Jones, and then the hairpiece makes total sense. However, instead of repurposing Jyn Erso's face, I opted for the same one that I used for Civil War. Lego repurposed some Guardians of the Galaxy legs, which is fine. They do look really good and are actually, believe it or not, fairly accurate to Black Widow to some extent. The batons are kind of a letdown. They're literally just lightsaber blades. I mean, I don't know what else they would do without making an entirely new mold, and I mean, they work. It's fine. But with my custom minifigure, on the other hand, I actually had my buddy Andrew over at AV Figures make the batons for Black Widow that actually connect to form her longer bow staff, and he also sculpted the hairpiece. War Machine. Okay, really quick, I gotta preface this. There's a brand new 4-pack of minifigures exclusive to Toys R Us that is going to include a brand new Infinity War Machine minifigure, and it looks fantastic with like arm printing and I think side printing maybe. It just looks so awesome, but it's probably not okay to show in this video, so I'm going to be using Lego Civil War Machine instead. Hopefully no one's upset. Maybe we can revisit this when the pack actually comes out. With all of that said, you can see Lego did make a really decent War Machine for Civil War back then with a really fantastic print on the torso, the leg printing, the way they integrated a playability feature into the mounting gun so seamlessly. However, there were a couple of problems, like for whatever reason they just dropped the original War Machine head and they had with Iron Man 3 and decided to just reuse Cyborg's head, which was a bit of a shame. And one significant difference you might have also noticed is that mine obviously has the digital camo from Civil War that I painted all throughout the figure. So again, I'm comparing this figure to an outdated one, but I also still wanted to actually make this video. So Lego is going to have a much better War Machine coming out probably on Lego.com or on Lego stores for the US, because Toys R Us is like not going to exist in the States pretty soon here. However, on top of the arm printing and the leg printing and everything that is so great about the new War Machine coming out that I really probably shouldn't show you in this video because we were just talking about the heads, I actually had an epiphany waking up a couple days ago. You put a mustache on this new leaked head and it's Steve Harvey! I ruined this for so many people. It's amazing. We're done. And hey, guess what, man? I'm working on new figures. I know I've been saying that like every video while just showing this exact same slide like every single time, but I actually finally did start on Monger, and he's looking really great. He's not at a point where I can actually show him yet, but it's gonna be great. Probably. And also, hey, my Patreon is a thing that exists, so if you think these figures that I spend 10 to 20 hours on each are pretty cool, then hey, you can throw like $1 at my Patreon, or don't. I mean, the combined donations really help with growing the channel, but again, if you don't, it's fine. And also my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are also places that exist where I post all kinds of super cool photos of these minifigures long before they ever make it to the channel. I'm not joking. I mean, I started posting my Infinity War minifigures like back in January, so I mean, it's totally up to you, but it's a thing. That is pretty much it for episode 3, actually, and the next one of these will probably have like 4 figures, so that should be fun. I will see you guys then, and thanks for sticking around. I'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.